really interesting.
Wow.
Yeah, really interesting how he considered the fold so heavily because people just under bluff in these $400 tournaments. It's really, really interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what are his bluffs? You know, like if we really think about it, like sure, ace high, like ace high has some showdown value if you had ace five, and when he raises the turn with maybe some backdoor diamond draw or something like that, he actually gets calls. And on this kind of board, like what hands do you have that you're folding?
And it's going to have some misdraws and things too. So I think calling is the only option myself. Let's see if Boogaloo got away from it. Ooh, call is 6.
So this is close between call.
Really interesting. So call is 6, raise is 7,500 is 10 points. And I'm going to say he said that because this is a very bad player. And so he thinks the very bad player is going to stack off here with worse queens a lot. I'm going to guarantee that's what he's going to say. Very interesting, though. I thought call for sure was the right answer. I never am in this spot. I don't know. Interesting spot, too. I think this is a little bit of a lesson for everyone out there, too. A lot of times, the hands we want to float with, like this one, are better as raises. So this kind of falls in that category.
Yeah, and he was kind of an echo chamber for us there, saying, you know, we just get better hands to call and worse to fold.
Yep.
Like he's going to have some gut shots in his range. He's going to have spade draws. He's going to have king X. And we kind of, we kind of identify kind of what cards are going to be bad for us on future streets, and we're aware how to proceed on those cards.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's a very good point, man. You right.
That was the best. You didn't say anything. You won. Just straight up.
You won. I'm just spewing.
All right, so ooh, look at this. You're not opening this. You just looked at this. You're not opening.
Button cut off, hijack, low jack, under the gun one. You are right.
Come on now. Okay. I am. So let's see if he.
He's got to open it, or there wouldn't be a hand.
You wouldn't
I'm
be
already down on points.
You're already down on points in real life. Now, obviously, you're gonna cheat, but
I'm gonna evolve.
you're gonna adapt, right?
All right, let's play it.
I'm going to cry if he says he's folding here. Like, if he's like, yeah, you should be folding this in this kind of tournament, and you were actually right. All right, cool.
Wah, wah.
Like a spot where we have
Ah!
standards.
Yes.
And the reason is because queen.
I just want to say for the record that this is the best 3-point score I've ever gotten in my life. Because the right answer was fold.
The right. But you heard what he said about the tables. This is a 3K.
Here comes the excuses. 10
The
points
excuses
fold.
to
It says
open,
right
if your
here.
table is particularly tight and weak, welcome to the $5 2K world. I mean, the $11 10K. I'm opening this, yeah, for sure.
This is the best 3 points of my life.
That's hilarious. And everybody's 14.
Nailed it. What the hell kind of play is that from King Queen? Who does that?
What the hell? Yeah, so Matt.
Jonathan Little's an absolute crusher, so it's nice to have him.
Yeah, I agree, and I
He's
always
just
love
coaching.
playing right after sessions like this because I feel like my brain's warmed up. I'm thinking through things, and so it's a good way to start your session for sure.
Right. All right, guys, this is it.
What's up, Mike? You want to give a gist? He was saying Narco Cop was playing about depipping about 28% of hands. He had been very aggressive in this $10 buy-in, and here are the options to fold, to call, to raise to 1,200, raise to... What? Wait a minute, he made it 800, and my man's giving options for 12 and 1,400 ounces. So it's already getting kind of spicy. That's so nasty. To be on a site with these other crushers, well-known poker public figures is pretty exciting, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I didn't mention that when I was kind of giving a little intro here too. Assassinato, Matt Affleck, John Little, all coaches on the site, so very highly respectable, quality poker content.
Yep, Evan Jarvis as well. Remember Evan Jarvis, Matt Affleck, Assassinato, John Little.
Yeah, so I guess that just makes sense. He just have the ace of clubs in his hand. That's interesting, though. I
How
thought
many
that was
points you got?
interesting.
You didn't do that bad. 45.
I like how you just pat me on the back. You didn't do that bad. Well, yeah, good job, buddy. Like,
The back.
I remember I got the higher score in the first one. So, we're 1 for 1, buddy.
I just want to know.
Calling, guys. Let's see if we're good.
Similar situation. That's pre-flop? I think pre.
All right, guys, we're checking right there. Oh, for fuck's sake.
One of the things I see people when it comes to poker is when you can get to the turn and there's an opportunity.
When you're facing a min raise or just a touch more than a min raise, and there's an ante in play, which is going to be the case in most tournaments, I think, going forward, you want to defend pretty wide. If your opponent's making a 2.
All right, cool. You're going 1,400.
I'm going 1,400, guys.
I'm gonna go call with the arm and just see what happens.
All right, and
I would fold in game though, for the record, in case that's the winning game.
You won. You win. I have to concede. You win.
14K.
14K, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Well, no, we cannot win. This is a pretty rough spot because damn it.
Mm-hmm. Where you gonna get my chat? They like naughty things. They like just beer, alcohol,
All right, let's do I can do a $10 ACR giveaway.
$10 ACR giveaway courtesy of my man Toe. For me beating that ass heads up in this. Sorry. No, I'm kidding. We'll do this. We'll have to do it at least once a week, man. And then we'll do it every week a couple times.
So it's a tie.
I guess we got to give out $10 to each other's communities. We'll just do our own $10 free roll for each. Or does that sound fair?
Yes. Do you know what this means?
You win. I give his chat $10. Take it.
So that's cool because we have 2 ties and then a win from you and a win from me. This is like the epic battle. It's perfect. It's great.
Yeah, we're even Stevens.
This is awesome.
Take it.
I love it.
You know.
Stop. We got a giveaway going. Let's run the giveaway for the $10 ACR winner. Closing the giveaway. Drawing the winner. My man Sebs are getting $10 ACR giveaway for this one. We're back, baby! The Saturday morning study stream is live. What up, Stu? Ginger with the 51 months.
Oh.
Thank you. That is a lot of goddamn months. Sixes, do you think we're all living in a partially solved Pio River spot?
Partially solved. Yeah, this is all a sim for sure. And we're gonna bet something get jammed on, and we're all dead. So
That's the kind of shit they're talking about in my chat right now. What up, Cyrus? How you doing? All right, guys, here we are. Exclamation point PC in my chat. Exclamation point PC in Sixes chat. For you get a link to sign up for free for pokercoaching.com. They sponsor this stream here where we take their quizzes. Let's make Sixes camera right so he's not an iPhone. Where we get this content where you can sign up for free. You get 20 20 quizzes, big blind charts for 100 blinds or more, and a bunch of homework assignments. If you sign up for the premium, then there's webinars and homework assignments and quizzes and all this kind of stuff. Make sure you are checking out that kind of stuff. And it's free. You can't miss out. Talking about free, you also have the Poker Coaching Discord, exclamation point Discord in Sixes chat, exclamation point PC Discord in my chat, where you can get there for free as well, where there's 4 study groups a week, there's hand history rooms going crazy, there's giveaways, there's all kind of shit going on.
So make sure you check that out too. If you're new to the stream, the way this is going to work is I'm going to draw a winner from my stream. Six is going to draw a winner from his stream. We'll have you guys take this quiz. I'm assuming we're starting with 1592. And
God damn, I ain't even said a word, man. What the fuck is up? What up? He just went crazy for like 45 seconds. Didn't let me get a word.
Are you
in. He's
here?
ready to run the quiz. He picked the number.
It's the Toe
Doesn't
Show.
give your boy. Sheesh.
I mean, this is
What up?
standard sidekick stuff, man.
Oh, yeah, I just guess I'm Robin. Fuck. Yep, that's fine. I'm not gonna say I got like fucking 2 sentences in this bitch for the whole movie. And that's it.
Six, how you doing?
I guess I'm fine, man. You know.
Yeah, life
Yeah,
good.
this is like a horror movie. I'm like the black dude in a horror movie. They're ready to kill me off. What up, Napa? What's good? To Army 6's Mafia. What's up, baby?
To make it worse, I didn't even have your camera on my stream at first.
Yeah, you
were
just
iPhone.
fucking. I'm just chopped liver. Good damn. But what's up, guys? Excited to be here. You know the deal. Toe covered everything like the beastie is. Get poker coaching in the chat if you're interested in competing in the first round. Here, we're going to pick somebody from my chat, Toad's chat. You guys are going to compete for 5 doll hairs. I have ACR open, so I'm shipping today because I grief it so hard with that kind of shit. So
When you have it open, you might as well jump in the milli sixes.
Shit, I ain't playing poker today. Like I said before this, I'd rather get kicked in the nuts before I play something on ACR today. What's up, Toby? Thank you for that follow. All right. You
Contrast,
said
I can't read that to sixes. Them fighting words.
what?
He says, didn't you get the memo, sixes? Toe said the one with the better taste in music gets the lead.
Ah! Baha ha ha ha. Baha.
Let me make sure the giveaway is working. It is. We're starting with frauds, yeah?
Yeah, we got one person in this, man. Fuck you guys. Drinning, you win auto win. 1592 is the one.
Cool.
Yeah. I think. Did you roll already?
I didn't. I was giving people a chance to stream in. I was giving you your moment in the sun. You were feeling lonely and left out. Here we are.
What's my global check? Oh, did you? Damn, Journey. I didn't know you got picked when I got second that night. Oh, piss. Sorry.
I had 2
Anybody
seconds
want
and
to? Anybody want to get in this?
I had 2
Poker
seconds,
coaches in
2 weeks in a
chat.
row in the damn global fair jackpot.
Do me too. 2 weeks in a row, I get second places.
Me too.
Fuck this shit. I swear to God, I have no idea what I won for it. I never checked the lobby to see what was like up top. I just
really?
played it out. Never checked. Swear to
That's
God,
funny.
I have no idea what I got for it.
The thing is, if you're playing global enough, you kind of just know.
I literally had no idea how much money I made.
That's funny.
All right. We're draining you in.
Training you win.
No,
Monkey
nobody else
May
is
I
here.
for the Toe Army.
Fuck that shit.
Legend of the PC Discord
I'm not
streets.
gonna-
Let's go.
I'm not gonna beg people to get in here. Tired of that shit. 1592. You in there. All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Button open limps on 20 big blinds, small blind also calls. Do you want to raise 400, check it back, or go all in?
What you gonna do? Home slice limps the button on 20 bigs, seated a million. Speaking of million, sixes, did you know there's a million that kicks off in about 30 minutes?
I hate you. I hate you. No shot.
400 for J Bills right out the gate. Jam, next quiz, says Matt.
There we go. Drenning. What are you doing, my dude? Felice is going 400. Maurice is going all win. You said we were at the final 2
There's a
tables
lot
of something.
Jams coming from the army.
You got 2K for using my deposit bonus on Iggy. God, we do have one of the sickest ones. I mean, there's not a lot of deposit bonuses even out there for Iggy. And he got 2K off his. That's kind of fucking nasty. 200% bonus. I have a 200% now.
I didn't even know.
No, I mean it was 150% before. Now I'm gonna type it in at 200%. All right.
Lots of jams. Monkey May I says, I sold that bitch to 400.
I have to double check, but All right. No, it is 150. Okay, I was about to say if it's 200, what the fuck? I was about to email my team.
Contrast jam.
The answer
Cyrus
is
jam.
100. He says, all in, debt money in the pot. We take those. Never mind, you're right. Cool. So we're going
Jerome
400 over
says
here,
big
Joe.
blind. You check a lot, and then promptly says he's betting 400. No read on the player. I think that would be helpful in this spot.
Yeah, this is a no.
My strategy would be
read
slightly
situation.
different if this guy had never really limped or had been limping a lot.
Mm-hmm. So with your general, what did you go in your end? What they go?
400.
400, and Journey is going 400 as well.
I don't think 400 is a thing. I think it's either jam or check. 400 leaves you a real weird stack, bloated pot, stack SPR
Like
thing.
you're just gonna be playing a bloated raise pot out of position sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jamming's certainly a thing, especially if this guy's got some limps in his game. He's been limping quite a bit. I think Faraz might jam here. If you don't know anything about the player, I might check some too.
Yeah, it plays pretty well. We keep in worst King X, Jack X. So for me, I'm either jamming or checking. Checking keeps in a lot of worst Jack X, King X, a lot of playability. Pots aren't going to be so big when we flop equity that we won't ever see the turn or be able to check raise in some situations. Jamming doesn't really get called by worst, but picking up 380 is pretty nice as well. And if we do get called, we usually do pretty well versus some of the hands that might limp call. I don't think I'm ever really making it 400. I guess if I had like 30 big blinds or 27 or something like that, 25, I would go 400. But I don't think I'm going to leave myself 14. But that's just my thought. Maybe Faraz likes it, but they Journey going 400.
So is Monkey May I.
All right, let's do it.
The
He likes it.
standard play here would definitely be to raise.
The
This
standard
player
play off
is
of
limping
19,
worst kings,
20,
worst jacks,
5 hand.
and they will probably call a small raise as well.
Yeah, let's do this.
And we're also dominating this player quite a bit. We just have a pretty premium hand, and our hand is also good enough that if we get shut down, we could just call.
Yeah.
So we're not wasting the hand. I did end up checking here in this spot. It was a little bit deeper in the tournament, and I just had a bad feeling that this player might be trapping. So I decided to kind of make a hero check, but my standard was definitely be to raise there.
Hero check. What?
So here we check. Opponent bets 320.
check.
We have a straight and a flush draw with king high. Do you want to call the 320, raise to 800, go all in, or fold?
I've never heard hero check in my fucking life.
Me either. The flop of dreams,
What
says
the fuck?
Cyrus. I don't know, man. This is like a flop of almost, in my opinion. It ain't dreamy yet. Now we jam, says Cyrus. He loves it.
What up?
Who knew? I've been hero checking this whole time.
The hero check. Journey, what do you like here, buddy? Check raise. Whoops.
Now we got to play this like we checked. Monkey, may I?
I sham this.
Just a call for Dennis.
Just a call from Dennis.
Just a call from Dennis. Unfortunately,
Oh, okay,
Dennis
It's
is
not
the
going.
quiz guy.
Okay, it was.
There,
All
goes
in,
Monkey Man. Make
please.
my
I
call
would
as well.
jam. John's all in as well. What's up, John?
Call, says Ginger. Raise to 800, says Jerome.
Oh.
So does Adam.
All right, so I see mostly all ins, dude. Like I see. Okay, D Schneid is just
I have
calling.
a
I believe
couple
he's
of
the first
calls,
call.
a couple of 800s, and the only one jamming is Matt.
I have all jams in one call. All jams. Like it just feels so
Jams starting to come in.
instinctive to just rip this, doesn't it? Like instinct just says, the world, I'm gonna see all these no matter fucking what. All right, so He will fold if he calls you have out.
I just don't know if we do that on the ace high board. Like if this was queen,
What's up, Chris?
I don't know, queen 9-6 with 2 diamonds or something.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. Make him fold. So we get better to call or hands that we're running, you know, we're like flipping against, or he folds worse. He
Yeah, we're
uses a
50-50.
pot size bet
Cyrus.
as well. Oh shit! Look at the size he used. Okay,
Did, and he said he thought he was trapping in game.
we out here, my guys. Yee spot, 100%. Okay, cool. Drinking it, Yee. I'm ready when you are.
Monkey Man is calling. I don't think we can raise 800. That's half our stack and leaves us what, like 8 or 9 bigs behind. Like we can't do
Yeah,
that.
you know, Pio does that stuff sometimes. You know it. I mean, you know it goes 2-5 even when you have like fucking 15 bigs, and you have 12 bigs, and you don't check raise, leave yourself 9 bigs sometimes. So we can't say it won't do stuff like that theoretically, but we'll like in real life. I think I'm all in, right?
He just had to get the asterisks in. He had to.
Yeah, like real life.
Always,
like,
but not always.
But I
yeah.
think in a high level game, I would just check raise 800.
You would check jam?
No, I mean I would check raise small,
I
and
think
then just run
calling
it.
here with the ace on the board. Especially if I think this guy is trapping.
But look at the size he used. I think I'm just all in. Fuck this shit. Give me out. Let's keep it real. Yee.
Cool.
He pots it. Yee. I wonder if Faraz calls, but for me, I think I'm Yee as well. So, yeah. All right, let's see. You ready?
Colin, let's do it.
Let's go. Yee.
I'm definitely just calling here.
Ow!
People make
That
a
ace
little
is a
bit
problem.
of a mistake with thinking they need to
Oh, fuck,
raise and get in all their combo straight flush draws, and that's definitely not true. You can easily check call them and realize equity on later streets, especially something like this where we actually have showdown value and might have the best hand. Right, he might be betting king 9, king 8, king 7,
Yeah, you get better to
and I
call.
want to
What's
keep
the
those
goal?
hands in the pot. So there's not a lot of benefit to raising. I'm not going to get an ace to fold. Right? if we had 7, 8 of diamonds, okay, I could see a more argument for raising because you have 8 high and you're going to get a lot of better hands to fold. Even that you could check call sometimes. I'm mixing, but I'd be more inclined to raise something like an 8 high straight flush draw than the king high with even the good kicker. So we call. Turn comes a 10, and we'll give you an option to lead here. You can lead for 260, you can check, you can lead 500, or go all in.
We had one person in our chat. What a beast. We had one cat calling. Everybody else got a fucking one. So, yep, here we go. Toe, you're muted.
Sorry, I was coughing. Yeah, I mean, we have a pretty good mix of all of it in my chat.
The army out there. Yeah, I griefed it as well, boys. Grief crew, what's up? What do we do now? Team Grief.
10's an interesting card.
Did I post it?
Check for bills. 560. Donk lead in 10, says Bruce.
Bet
Check for
260.
Cyrus.
Lee Schneid's betting 260. Now he got a boat. Most likely has a beginner. It's hard as hell to hit a boat. What do you mean?
Would we ever
And it's
lead
most
anyone
likely?
else?
I don't think so. He has a lot of hands in his range. And he shows up with everything. So if he was trapping, well, he bet big. So he would have had to bet big with a set or 2 pair. And that's not a trap. He's just bet. But he limp pre, so. Let's see, 260. He's not folding any aces to a lead. What are we trying to fold out? Are we setting our own price for our equity? Is that a question? Instead of needing to check and he puts it in and then what? Or something.
Yep.
So if we go 260, does he just call even with some ace X? And then we get to realize all our equity for 260, and we get to fold out the hands, hands that have equity that would just stab big on flop and then just give up. And if the ace-x just calls, that's not bad for us, right? We got to realize the equity for that price outside of him just bombing this shit
with
or something.
outs. Yeah.
With outs, you know? And then we're like thinking of spots we need to check call 800, half our fucking stack or something. Check call 700. That sounds kind of terrible. But I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. Sorry.
Yeah, Monkey Man is checking. I can get behind checking. I also think when the card like this pairs on the turn, we tend to have some leads here. This seems like a pretty decent one for all the reasons Six has said. Got it. I got the voice in my head is saying 500.
We show
Definitely
up.
not jamming. I mean, then we just get picked off. Like,
I don't think we go 5. We don't go half.
ooh. Oh, I didn't. Oh, the options are weird.
Yeah.
Sorry, it
There's
goes
a
260, check
in there.
500. I thought 500 was the smallest. Yeah, 260 seems good. Sorry, I didn't.
Yeah,
even
it
see
seems
that.
interesting. I just really don't like the prospect of checking and then it's like high variance to fucking think if he's gonna bomb it on us. I don't know. It's interesting. Check or 260 for me. Drenning checking. Let's see what Faraz thinks.
So is Monkey May.
All right.
I think both leading and checking are fine here.
Nice, good. We're on the right
You
page,
want to go
guys.
with the small lead if you're going to lead here. And really, our opponent just has more aces than us, and we have a lot more tens. They don't really use that huge sizing with the 10, at least not too often. So we have way more tens than them, and our range just wants to put money in the pot here. So I like doing it with a lot of our draws. Even our ace-x are going to do some leading here and a bunch of our tens. Probably not going to lead a 6. That's just a hand that's pretty happy to let it go check check and it's not really trying to put more money in the pot. We get called, river comes the 6 of hearts. Do you now want to check, bet 600, or go all in?
All right. Now what? He checked the fucking turn.
Do check back, right?
Yeah. Do we just have equity with just chopping? Like, what do you, this is super cool spot now. Pretty cool hand. Hey, what's up, Pittsburgh? I love the city, by the way. It's good times.
This got weird.
Love the city. Where are we in the tourney? I don't believe we have too much
said
context.
relatively
We've done
deep.
that. Yeah, 1K online, but it's relatively deep at 5,100. Come on now.
Oh,
It's like
I don't know
level
if that's
3.
the actual blind size, but he did say that they were about deep. He said that's why
Okay.
he didn't jam pre.
Oh, he just kind of recreated this situation
Yeah,
for
yeah.
20 big blinds effective deeper in the tournament. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Mathematically already lost, so yee. All in, he says.
Oh shit.
John is checking, folding. Felice is checking. Are we in the money? I'm not sure.
We're giving up. Think this is a give up after the turn lead. We didn't turn lead though. Monkey Maya, he checked in game. Pernicious Sam. Check for Jerome. Check for Monkey Man. What's your guy doing? Sixes.
He jammed.
He jammed.
He said, all the fuck in. Give me out.
I kind of love it.
Me out. All right, give me out. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm ripping.
I like it too. We push off the split. Ace shouldn't be checking turn too much, I don't think. And I don't know that we have showdown against, like, you put pocket 8s and 9s and that kind of stuff. And fucking hell.
Don't we have a lot more 10x, 6x? He checked turn. He's a
do.
little capped. Some of his best ace x bet turn for protection is 10x. Always bet, so we don't have to worry about that. Put his ass in the cage. He ain't got no ace king. He ain't got no ace jack. Yeah, he needs to be put in hell. Like, I think we just have to jam.
Monkey Man
Personally,
says
but
we
I don't
have some
know.
showdown, but not really. We're splitting the pot. Against
Doesn't
everything.
seem like the man has a hand, so I would fire. What side you firing, Will? You going 6 or all in? Checks. Said we have way more 10s than 6, even a pair of boards, so we can represent the boats. Well, I mean, you know, checking and then getting forced off of a chop seems pretty sad as well. So I don't know. All in.
Me too.
Wonder if 600 accomplishes anything. Give me out. Oh shit, didn't see the 2-pair jam, D Schneid says. Let's see. All right, yeah, we see some 600s. I see a 600, mostly jamming though. So let's do it. Drinking is jamming. Your
Checking.
guys checking, correct?
Yep.
All right, all in. Come on, crew. Let's go. Spaz crew. All in.
I'm just checking here. We have
Sissy.
showdown value,
And
so we don't need to
Spaz
bluff.
crew.
We don't necessarily have a bunch of sixes. Probably not leading any sixes, so we could still rep the 10. But we're also going to be leading the turn with 7-8, with 8-9, with 7-9, and those are going to be the hands I'm going to bluff with. Possibly even Queen Jack. I would be more likely to bluff Queen Jack. But we're also blocking a lot of the hands. We want to get folds out of him, right?
True.
That's true.
So yeah, we have showdown value and we have.
He says we're
worse
showdown value, but
hands
again,
we play
like we're
this,
splitting
like
with
we
every
bluff.
hand.
So we're just checking down, and we ended up beating
Yeah.
Queen Jack.
Like, I would have pushed him off the split.
He would have folded that shit so fucking fast. I just realized, like, I just think he's capped and doesn't have like a reasonable amount of ace or takes 10x on turn.
Push him off the split.
But I just combine all the factors. Like, he limped the button, so he would need to limp the button with some ace x, and then just like check some of those same ace x on turn. We're just gonna show up. I don't know. I would have probably just overbluffed this spot for sure. Unfortunately, I'd have overbluffed.
Again, like I'm confused because he said we have showdown value, but when we show down, we're splitting with everything. So like, there's no value in
chops.
showing
You
down.
Yeah. Why would you bluff? But this, I don't understand.
Jim posts when we get it all. Not
Yeah,
really.
I don't know. I'm
he
just too
folds
bluffy
Queen
because
Jack,
I
man.
felt like he was capped. I just felt like he would have been a bit capped, and I would have enough 10x and 6x in my range getting to the river. But maybe we fold out enough 6x to the big bet on the flop that it's not as likely. So I don't know. Either way, we got a 20 fucking 1. We have a 1 and a 0 in there for the boys. We had to got wrecked.
Damn, got a goose, huh? We got the fadeaway swish! Monkey man! Let me know how you want your money. Congratulations.
Good try, Jody. It's all good. Some people were bullies in this
He's
poker,
got
and
that
this spot
for
showed us
Rozhead.
who is not. Yeah, well, some people try to use logic and are, trying to actually
There's-
win tournaments, and some of us are ego trying to spaz out and win every single pot. So
There's
it's
4
tough
head,
out
there's
here on the
5
street.
head, there's 6 head, and then there's Faraz head. Monkey man gets the Faraz head.
Oh, piss.
All right,
Good try, Journey.
new keyword.
Go ahead. I'll let you do it.
Shit, I'm not ready. Millie is the keyword.
I hate you. You're gonna really, dude. There's no shot. Millie is the keyword. He's trolling so hard in the inside. Nobody can understand.
I'm sending subliminal messages.
Yeah. Fat chance. Let bro know I said yee.
What quiz number should we do?
Let's do quiz number. Whoa, look at my page. Look how glitched out that is. Oh, it's fixed. What the fuck? Oh, I'm sorry, my JL. We can do one of these newer JL ones. Look really cool.
The top one?
The 5K consider bluffing is the tag. That's kind of a giveaway, but I kind of want to do it. Jonathan is playing for how much today? 200K? 216K. Today he's 1 of 6 going into some 10K final table today. So good luck to Jonathan. We'll throw a link up to sweat it in the poker coaching Discord. We'll start sweating it as well today. I think it starts this afternoon, but yeah, let's do 1597.
So if he wins, he better call me to go to dinner.
Yeah, and he has his NFT thing. So if you own the 9 of spades and the Decks of Degen collection, you're gonna ship like fucking 2K or something like that just for holding. So that's pretty sick as well. All right. Looks like we got a lot of new people. What's up, guys? Good to see you. Good
Lexi
luck.
needs live. We'll do Lexi next. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, we're gonna do a Lexi quiz. Yeah, we were talking about before this. We'll do a Lexi quiz. Right before this. What's up, over aggressive fish?
Ready to rock?
All right. Yes, sir. Let's do it.
J Pills Global
J Bills.
Master.
I do love me some J Bills. Oh, a new. He's not even a follower. No, can't do it. You're not following. Reroll. No, I'm kidding.
Hit the follow button.
Nah, Aramis won the giveaway. If you don't know how this works, we're going to just be running this one of these quizzes and just play the hand your best given the options. If you outscore the person in Toast chat, you win $5. I can send it to you on ACR, PayPal, and I'm going to do it today. So good luck, my friend. Be quick with your answer and tag me if you can. That's it. Sorry.
What up, Jackson?
So 1597. Yep, let's do it.
97.
Here we have King Jack suited on the button facing a limp from a splashy player who probably overvalues hands. So this is probably someone who's playing a decent amount of hands, doing a lot of limping, and then not a whole lot of folding post-flop. Should we fold, call, raise to 2,500, or raise to 4,000?
How many deep are we?
God, 4K.
I ain't gonna lie, I've been 4X
8X.
limps.
Yo, you've been 4X and limp for years, but that's an 8X.
That's a 5X. Oh, 4K. 4K is an 8X.
4K is an 8X. So we're going
My
5X, call, fold, or 4 or 8X. Damn,
Thanks for the
Sticky
22
says
months, Mike.
8X. This is the fucking dollar dazzler all over again.
The dollar dazzler.
Remember that tournament?
Every day
When
I play the dollar dazzler.
When I first got
Every
back into the
day.
game, I would fuck around and play that. Like when I came back to poker with a dusty ass roll, I'd play the fuck out of the dazzler, bro. I was looking forward to it. $1 rebuys, go wild, big ass stacks. Damn, I missed that.
2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. Dennis.
All right,
limping along.
2.5 crew. Then I see a couple 4Ks. D Snide going 4. Aramis going 2.5. Napa says 2K, but 2.5 he guesses.
We got a handful of people limping behind.
You changed your answer. Oh, no, you didn't. So you're still going to go 8X. John going 2.5. So I see 0 folds, 0 calls, and everybody going 2.5 or 4.
I see
How about
0
over there?
4s, a bunch of 2.5s, and a couple people over limping.
Okay. We see 0 limps over here. I feel you. Mafia. Let's go. Yeah, for me, it's just 2.5 here, given the options 100% of the time. Get a heads up with this cat and wreck. This is live poker as well, so maybe he wants to go a bit bigger for that.
Yeah.
Instead of going 4, and he knows like he'll get it heads up more likely when in position. 2.5K all fucking day.
Yeah, me too. I don't think limping can be all that terrible, but I'm going 2.5 more often than not as well.
I don't know if I have the 8X in my game here. Not with this hand.
Oh, that's too much.
Maybe you 8X when you have kings and you know goddamn well like people just aren't folding. Like I could see doing that in something like the crazy 8s mid stages or something like that. Exploitatively when you know nobody's folding. So 2.5 for me.
Me too.
And 2.5 for Hermes.
What the hell is Bill's doing? Bill's going 2.5. Let's do it.
No, Bill said he was checking or folding. So yep. All right, let's do it.
For the most part, in spots like this, you're just going to want to raise to 2,500 just purely to extract value from under the guns, loose, splashy range. The only time you would not raise here is if you thought for some reason under the gun was a tricky limper, because you don't especially want to raise to 2,500 and then get limp re-raised to 8,000, even if you know your opponent is kind of active. You'd rather just call and see a cheap flop. Or if you can look and tell one of the players in the blinds clearly likes their hand. If that's the case, then we can limp. One of the blinds will raise to, say, 3,000 or so, and then we'll get to call and see a flop in position, which is also fine. So this is a spot where I'm going to raise the vast majority of the time. But, calling's fine too. And I do elect to call this time. Kitty Quo in the small blind elects to raise to 2,500. She's generally on the more tight, aggressive side. I expect her to have a pretty strong range here. The initial limper calls, as expected. And now it's back to me. Should we fold, call, re-raise to 7,000, or re-raise to 10,000?
What have you done by over limping?
The recent post from Kitty? Where she
Yeah.
she just got divorced and now she's like out on the single scene. She's got her new pad and all that stuff.
Look at you keeping up with that. You're just like, you watching
That's just
Sex
on
and the
my
City
poker
now
feed.
too?
Just
huh,
on my
buddy?
poker feed.
Yeah, just in my poker feed, huh?
follow
No, I'm kidding.
everybody. Kitty
I'm messing
divorce
with you. Did not
party,
see
yeah.
that. The divorce party. What are we doing here, guys? Anybody coming back over the top? Just calling. I see all calls over here.
All calls. All calls so far.
You remember we were in Vegas,
Still
Toe,
looking
and
for
we
Bill.
went to that. We went to that. We see at the Venetian 5K final table where it's like $1 million up top, and she was there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's crazy. Armis is calling. There was three. Was there 3 females or 2 females at that final table?
There was, I don't remember. There was 2 or 3 though. There was a lot.
Yeah, that
I
was
think it
crazy. That was
3.
cool, man. That was
I
awesome.
wanna say
It
3.
was like 3 of 6 or something like that. We were there sweating. It was like, holy shit, this is sick.
Yeah, yeah.
Start watching. Toe is an OG from season 1 show of the Kitty Go Out season. He's an OG from season 1. Micro Steak is calling. We're calling over here. Yeah, we're just flipping. Let's not waste too much time. Call.
It's too good of a hand.
Nope, snap. You did this to yourself. Let's call.
Calling is the only
Or
play
in
that
there.
has any viability right here. We're not going to fold. The hand's great. And we're getting good odds in position, closing the action. So we know folding's out of the question. And we're not going to re-raise because am I ever limping behind the initial limper with any sort of premium range here? And the answer is just never, right? So even though we do have a pretty good hand, this is not a hand I'd want to re-raise because if I re-raise to any amount, 7,000 or 10,000, Kitty can then just rip it all in and I'm going to have to fold. And I do expect her to have a pretty good hand. Now she could have a non-premium hand like let's say Jack 10 suited or Ace 9 offsuit or something like that. But at the same time, that's still like not a garbage hand. She's definitely going to have all the best hands too. So this is a spot where we're just going to call and see the flop every time. Flop comes 10, 7, 6. 2 spades. Kitty checks. Splashy player checks. Ooh, do we go for it here? Should we check? Bet 2,500. Bet 5,000. Or bet 7,500.
Interesting.
Asking ourselves hard questions with king high, no back door on the button in pretty much a 3-bet pot. It's not a 3-bet pot, but it feels like one. Check. We got no backdoor floosh, Sniggy says. 2.5K for John. Press is checking.
Everybody checking so far in my chat.
Drenning checking. Napa checking. Irma's checking. Snide's checking.
Everybody
Lisa.
checking.
Snide's going 2.5K. Okay.
We found one.
Yeah, I see a few bets, man. Over here.
Oh, everyone
Oh,
checking.
God. Am I insane? What's wrong with me?
Everybody checking.
Why am I like this? All right. Did you guys go?
Checking.
Toe?
Checking.
Oh, God. Why do I want to go 2.5K? What's wrong with me?
I think I'm checking this board. I actually think the original Limpers hits us more than anybody else.
We can fuck his
I
shit.
don't think we hit this very much.
2.5. Sure we do. We have an overlamp call range. Hell yeah, we hit this.
I mean, I know we have an overlap
With our range. I might go 2.5K here.
We
I
have
don't
no
know.
sixes. We have no sevens. We have a little bit of 8, 9, and of 10s.
Like, this hand doesn't mind getting check raised because we have dog shit, and if they check call, I can just turn my hand into bluffs. I don't know, man. I think a small put bet, like Kitty's ace queen, ace queen, stuff like that. Ace queen, black ace jack and stuff like that. I don't know. Checking your 2.5K for me. Feels like we can get some of the ace highs to fold, put some pressure on some stuff. The limpy player under the gun is who we have to worry about, but I think we can make some of their marginal hands fold. So that's the way I would see it and think about betting 2.5K sometimes. Check. I'm over bluffing. Brian said, yeah, me too, man. I think I'm over bluffing this spot a little bit too much. From everybody else checking and then me fucking being like, 2.5K looks cool. All right. Let's go ahead and check.
And the title says consider bluffing. It doesn't say it actually bluffed. So
I wasn't even thinking about the
we
title.
did consider it.
I consider it all the time, so it's not.
All right, we're checking. Let's find out.
Yeah, we're checking too.
So this is a spot where I think it's a pretty easy check
No,
behind.
it's not easy
We have
when you're
really
spazzy.
not a lot of equity at all here, and it's pretty easy for one of our opponents to have a marginal made hand that will call at least one bet.
Deuterino.
That said, if you can kind of look and tell both your opponents are generally on the weaker side, then I don't mind betting. You got to think this board's going to connect pretty well with the under the gun splashy range, though, so I'm just going to check here the vast majority of the time. And this time I do not. I go for the 5,000 bet, which I think if you're going to make a bet, you do want to go on the bigger side, either 5,000 or 7,500, because we're trying to get our opponents off of a lot of their marginal hands. Look, I realize this is loose, this is aggressive, this is splashy, this is not my default play. And so far in this quiz, we've had 2 non-standard plays, right? But, you know, sometimes that happens. You're not going to feel like the right play when you're in-game in spots like this is the standard play all of the time. So in this scenario, we would have played this hand quite differently most of the time. But here we are. We bet 5,000. Yep. Kitty calls. Splashy player folds. Turn is the queen of hearts, and Kitty checks. Should we check, bet 5,000, bet 10,000, or bet 15,000?
5, 10, 15. I mean, I know instantly what I'm doing.
Me too.
Check, see the free card, John says. 15 for Brian, 10 for Cress. Okay. I just seen all... I just seen 3 options of the 4 in the first few. What now, guys? JL says just goes big in this spot. That's so funny.
Everybody going with 10K in my chat.
Check from Microstate. Tough spot, 10K, Dijnai says. I bet 10K. That's nice. Jennings check giving up. All right. We're going 10K over here on our end.
We want 10K as well. Everyone wants 10K in my chat. Everyone.
Instantly. I mean, we have to bet.
Yeah.
We just have to. I'm never checking this.
Me.
We pick up equity. We have king high. We can make even some ace high spades miss. We can make.
We're gonna spew all the way.
Even if Kitty doesn't fold here, we have a lot of equity to win it all on the river when we improve. And yeah, man, I mean, we can still get some of their hands to fold. So pick up equity, 10K every time for me. Is that 60%?
Ish.
Yeah. Yep, put me in. 60%. I love it. 10K.
Yep.
Over aggressive fish says we should check with no context. Why?
That's not very aggressive for an over aggressive fish.
Yeah, for an over aggressive fish, that's pretty nitty. Your nit's hanging out again. You might want to tuck that boy in. All right, 10K, let's go.
So now we're in an interesting spot where when she check calls our flop bet, she could easily have aces. I think that is definitely possible. She could easily have overpairs. She could also have ace-king, though. And maybe even ace-queen or ace-jack. I recognize we block ace-king and ace-jack. She could also have an underpair, like maybe pocket eights. Maybe a hand like ace-7 suited.
Eight squeeze and 5X from the small.
I think all of those are at least reasonable for her to have at this point to check call. She could, of course, have a 10. She could have ace-10, king-10, queen-10, jack-10. And you may say, would she actually check out of position in this scenario with a decently strong hand like an overpair or a 10? And I think she would. I mean, she plays good, solid poker. She knows out of position, multi-way. You got to be kind of cautious. So this is a spot where we want to be careful in general, but we also do want to bet with some bluffs. In terms of which bluffs to bet with, I think if we happen to have a random like ace-8 or ace-9 suited, we would definitely want to bet those. Bad spades, if we had it, we'd probably want to bet. We don't really have bad spades. So this is a spot where it's kind of hard to come up with too many bluffs, right? So given it's kind of hard to come up with too many bluffs, and we definitely have some hands we'd want to value bet, like sets and 2 pairs and straights, I think we want to use the vast majority of our bluffs here. And what we want to do in this spot is use a bet size that will give us the most amount of fold equity on the turn and river combined. And we have a few options. We can either bet small now and then big on the river, or we can bet medium now and medium on the river, or you can bet big now and then small on the river. We could also just rip it all in, but I don't think that's a particularly great play because she's going to call very well against that with like any 10 or better. She's not going to look at this queen and think, oh no, a 10's no good anymore, or pocket 9s are no good anymore. She's probably just going to find calls in that spot a lot of the time. So I don't love overbetting. I think in this spot we want to go for a small bet, either 5,000 or 10,000, because that's going to give us some fold equity on the river. What you don't want to do here is you don't want to bet like 15,000, half of her stack, because then on the river you're going to have a difficult time having any fold equity. So this is a spot where I think either 5,000 or 10,000 is the right play, and I think given we don't have all that many bluffs in this spot, I don't think we want to use a lot of our bluffs in this scenario, and I think King Jack's probably fine enough. If I had a hand like Jack 9, I would definitely bluff that instead, or even like Jack 8, I'd be bluffing that too. I'm definitely betting all of my bad bluffs. I want to make that really clear here. Like my low equity bluffs, I'm way more happy betting, because sometimes when we do bet here, we are going to get check shoved, and you don't want to get check raised here. Like betting 5,000 or 10,000 getting check raised here is a disaster. But I don't think it's going to happen all that often, and I don't really have all that many logical bluffs. So I like a bet. We do go 5,000. She calls, as expected. When you go small on the turn, you don't really have much fold equity on the turn, but maybe you have it on the river. She checks river. Should we check, bet 10,000, or go all in?
King high. We went small. They showed up to the river. He thinks her range can be kind of strong. Still, jam.
What's
Nap,
up, Scaboni?
Jam, get me out.
What's up, Honored?
Nap, I see a theme with you. You've been all in every single quiz on the river, and you've taken the aggressive line every single time, my friend.
Lots of jams coming in my chat.
Bet 10K for it's not jam for sure. We got to be folding to a jam. If we don't, yeah, now he's in a tough spot. I jammed flop on the last one, but everyone did that shit. What up, Senor Bean? What's up, my man? How you doing, buddy? Shit, tough spot. Jam that shit in your face.
All jams in my chat so far.
Yeah. Ooh, I see Deuterino's checking. Check for Marlis. Fuck, this is tough. Yeah, it is. How's the army looking over there?
Everyone jamming, but I'm still waiting for bills.
Oh, yeah. Over Aggressive Fish, what are you doing, man?
J Bill's jamming here too.
I'm either jamming or going 2.86K. 10% pot. 10% pot in position to get 0 folds. I think that's a move you might want to use out of position to kind of induce block.
Yeah.
I don't know if we ever do that in position.
No.
Reopen the action to get your shit pushed in. I don't know.
Never bet small and reopen the action position.
I think 9-9 folds. Some 10x might fold if she can have spades here. Those definitely fold. 10K fold to a jam. 10K fold to a jam. That's not a thing. All right, cool. We're ready. Let me see. Let me double check and make sure. We're checking on our end. We're just giving up.
We are jamming.
Toe is feels bad.
I feel like I'm supposed to jam here, but I generally wuss out in game and end up checking back in multi-way, given the action. This is Kitty, though, so she's going to be more balanced than your average person, you know what I mean? And not just spewy.
Yeah, she's
I feel like I'm supposed to jam.
Yeah, I think her strong value hands would jam turn, check jam turn. For instance, if she had something like he was afraid she would have some aces and kings, the hands like queens and tens, stuff like that, would probably check, raise all into the small size to deny equity out of position and still get called. So I think some of the top of her range single pair over pairs would check rip the fucking flop. Turn. So I don't know, man. I'm probably just not always, but at a good frequency jamming. Probably like 70% of the time, 30. So yeah, all in for me. And then if I feel really bad or if I feel like I have so much preservation in this spot, I'd probably check in a soft field if I don't want to just bluff my entire stack off. But I'm mostly jamming, so.
Feels like it's the right answer.
What's up?
Feels like that's the right answer.
Yeah. All right. All in. Oh, wait a minute. He's checking. We're checking over here.
We're going all in. Sucker. Let's do it.
Check. I'm
I
praying
think
for
this is
you.
a pretty easy all in. The only way
Fucking
we possibly
zero.
have to get her off of
Ghost?
pocket 9s, pocket 8s, maybe 10s is to go all in. I'm not sure if she's actually going to fold all that many 10s. She could also have ace king, and this is actually a closer spot than you may think, because you have to ask, what are you trying to get your opponent off of? If you're trying to get her to fold ace king or ace jack, then we don't need to bet big. We can just bet small, right? However, I do think some of her range is going to be pairs like 9s, 8s, ace 7 suited, ace 6 suited, jack 10, 10 9 suited. So, given I think she does have a lot of those type of hands, and I think the only way to get those hands to fold is to shove, I think going all in is the right play here. Now, if you think she's just always going to call you with like pocket 8s, pocket 9s, and a 10 for an all in, then that bet size becomes terrible, and you instead want to probably bet small, assuming you think she even has ace king or ace jack in her range. This is a tough spot, but again, if you think about the hands in my range, I don't have all that many bluffs. So whenever you don't have all that many bluffs, you have to look a little bit hard to find them. And like I said, on the turn, we certainly have lots of hands that would love to bet. Like any two pair and better hand, we're just thrilled piling our money in. If I had like ace queen or king queen, I would definitely go for the bet as well. So this is a spot where I'm probably going to go for the shove. She does shove. I'm sorry, I shove. She calls. Ace 10. Yeah. And I lose. But I think this is a fine call by her. It's actually kind of a tough spot given she has ace of spades because she blocks the flush draw that I could easily have, but I still think it's a call.
Well, Aramis, you may have lost a quiz, but you kept your entire stack by not punt jamming river. So, that's a consolation prize for all you guys that check river. Like me, I'm wrecked there, so yee, like the rest of us.
Bad
Surprised
kitty.
to see the call. Thank you for that follow, Magnus. I really appreciate that. I seen that a few minutes ago. Thank you. Surprised to see what a call, bro. Yeah, we have a 38 though. That's very good. I believe that's his first one.
J Bill's just missing the swish. 48. Got an 8 on the turn and 10s across the board.
Yeah, we got an 8 on the turn, and then the river. We got goose. We would have tied it if we just ripped it. Yee, my friend Yee. I love the profile pic, by the way. That's shit is hard. Cool. New keyword. It's cat jam time. Cat jam. I've been holding back. How can you keep your stack and fail the quiz? I know. Because you can't be results oriented. Yep. You cannot be results oriented.
Got there right away.
Yep. So get your cat jams in chat. I think this is a nice time to segue if you are new to the channel. Explanation Discord. I mean, not Discord. Explanation Point PC in my chat. Toes chat. If you are enjoying these quizzes, I know we have a lot of first-time viewers here. You can get up to 20 of these quizzes free charts. You get access to you can get in the Discord at any moment, but you can get a lot of shit free by just checking out PC. Like you get access to 20 of these, so and the charts, so worth it. Go here, cat jams in chat. Let's pick another quiz.
$15.95.
$15.95. All right. Oh yeah, let's do it. Oh yeah. 800 turbo with the King 6-0. Okay. We're gonna do a Lexi quiz. Sweet. Let me do this. Anybody out there?
Is there anybody out there?
All right, cool. I'm ready to roll it when you are.
Just not if you can hear me. Is there anybody home? Bruce, up for the quiz.
Oh, you just became a premium member yesterday. Congratulations, man. I would highly encourage you to get in the Discord and check out the study groups. Those run 5 days a week. You can get in there to a person. You can ask questions. There's a lot of interesting topics and stuff. So hop in that Discord and check out the study groups, man. We run on Thursday, but it's a little bit like this, but very in depth, where we're going through PIO stuff, aggregate reports. We love doing that. All right, so 1595. I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Who'd you pick?
I
Who'd you
pick
pick?
Bruce. Bruce.
Oh shit, I didn't pick anybody. Rainus again every
God.
week. Praying gaming. Let's go.
It's Team Toe on Team Toe violence. Let's find out who's the
Front row,
champion.
Shaggy. 1595 to 800. WSOP 800 Turbo. Let's go.
What's up, everyone? Lexi Gavin here, and today we're going to go over a hand that I played in the World Series of Poker $800 Turbo event. So turbos are just really fast structures. The blinds and antes usually increase every 15 or 20 minutes. So without further ado, let's jump into the action here. We have King 6 off on the button. We start the hand with roughly 24 big blinds. Folds to us. What do you think we should do? Fold, call, raise to 3,300, or raise to 4,500?
She kind of got like a little fast pace there.
Get it in.
Here on the button, what are you going to do? Let's go.
Fold, call, fold, limp, and if you're raising, what size?
Adam says
You're allowed to be honest.
aggressively folding.
Is this in your opening range? If it's not, that's okay. I mean, you can be honest here. It's not going to cost you any money. Keto Man going 3.3. Crest going 3.3. Game over. I'm folding. Keeping it real. Folding. I mean, I usually fold this, but let's open the 3.3. Armis is
Fuck
folding.
it, it's Lexi's money.
The first mistake is being nitty with somebody else's money. You can be nitty with your own money. but nitty with somebody
Marlon,
else.
that's right. That was somebody else's
Yeah,
money.
the
Marlon
free
says
one.
3-bet bluff this hand to 4,500. Except Marlon, you're the original opener, homie.
He's 3-betting the deal. Yeah, he's 3-betting the dealer.
3-bet bluff. You're the first bet. You're bet one. You're one betting.
Lexi is too rich to care for any game, he says. Open with King 6, a solid rag. Ooh,
Fold,
I
what are
see
you
you're
hoping
saying.
for? I mean, you got position, right? Like,
Cool. Let's see. Let me make sure. I believe we were opening. Yeah, praying game is going 3.3.
Bruce
Bruce. He ain't folding.
is shook. Bruce, what are you doing?
I thought he was going
Bruce
4.5.
says, should raise 4K, don't know about these sizes. 4,500, he guesses.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the bottom of our button opening range is going to be King 5 off, so this is mandatory. I mean, not mandatory, but it's definitely an open. Your button opening range for offsuit King X is King 5. Check me. 33.
You're checked. At 25 bigs, the opening range is King 7-0.
25. Oh, we have 25 charts at 30.
Good deal. At 30, King 7-0.
Motherfucker. Open this bitch.
Spaz.
And one tick to light on the button.
One tick doesn't matter. At 40, King 6 becomes an open. King 5 mixes.
All right. Well, don't check me anymore. Just take my word for it and know that I'm probably off. Fuck.
Also, like, this is one of those spots, too, where, like, I think your general
Really?
opening percentage should be... Yeah, I'm looking at the per coaching ranges right now.
Oh, the poker coaching ones are tight, bro. Look at our charts. What are you
It's
doing?
the same chart.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Those things are
You know,
tight.
they both... We know the person who created both charts. They're the same person.
Yeah, but they
We don't
shave
have
off the
25,
bottom.
I don't think.
They shave off the bottom. All right.
30 button. King 5-0 starts to mix.
Hey, see, we're good. Let's go.
20
I'm sorry.
button. King 8. So, yeah. The thing about this hand, though, is, like, this is fine. And the button's one of those spots where, like, you know, if you think you got a good advantage, even though it says solid reg in the baby, like, you should start somewhere around 55% on the button, but if weaker the blinds are, that 55% can easily get up to 70%, 80% on the button.
Yeah, depending, but overall, you're going to be at just at least 50. So put me in, coach. 33, let's do it.
Bruce going 45.
Yep. All right.
So we could definitely fold this, but I think raising here is
too
the
much
play,
on this
especially versus their stack sizes. Both the small and big blind only have about 25 bigs also to start the hand. So they have to play a little bit more honestly. So we raised to 3,300 and the big blind calls. The big blind is a solid reg. The flop is ace, queen, jack with 2 spades. Big blind checks. What do you think we should do here? Check, bet 2,700 or bet 5K?
What size do we like? 27, 5. I mean, checking's there, but what are we doing?
What are we doing now? Drum going 27.
Damn, she knew she would fold. She should fold and talk their way into a borderline play. Shit, why not? It's a turbo. Man up. Man your ass up.
The thing that stands out to me is that
2.7.
she's got a solid reg in the big blind who's going to be playing well, which means I probably want to stick closer to the GTO chart.
Yeah, this is close. It's not too far off, right? It's close.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not terribly, terribly off.
See? I mean, yeah. If it's
Fine.
close, I think, yeah, in these turbo structures, you can go for it.
It's fine.
Can't be scared, yeah. And showing a willingness to battle, play hands, be aggressive. I like it, man. 2.7 for the police. 3 in game, 2.7 here, 2.7.
Oh my God, this viewer is just named after my own heart. 80s boomer says large sizing, don't give odds to flat. That's a float.
80s boomer. I love it.
I'm with you.
All right, cool.
I too am an 80s boomer.
Brand Gaming going 27. So I haven't seen anything outside of 27 here.
A lot of people considering it and still going 27. JPO says sizing up could scare away good equity, but going 27. Jackson says 27 probably the best play, but I usually go big on a sideboard two-tone. Yeah.
We're allowed to go big here. Fuck, I think we can go 5, right?
Do whatever you want. This is No Limit Hold'em and America.
Ooh, I like that. Okay, 5K. Fuck it. Big. Big for me, I think. Do we have big bets in the spot?
I don't know. Bruce says 27. Yeah. So the good thing about this thing is like this guy didn't raise a spree. He's got no fucking good ace.
Yeah, solid
Very
Rex just
little,
jamming
like,
ace, a
two
lot of
pair
aces.
stuff. So part of me wants to go big, and part of me thinks a small bet can scare off the air that we're targeting. Because we're not getting like a jack to fold right now, right?
I'm just gonna start putting this shit. I'm gonna put this shit in the blender. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe 27 and then just fire 100% of turns.
Yeah.
If I go 27, I'm just betting maybe every turn. So I don't
If I had
know.
an ace here, I would bet big.
Or maybe not a queen or a jack.
I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
All right, we're going 2.7. I'm not going to lie. I think about 5K and I almost want to run the hand as if we ever have big bets. I'm just trying to remember the reports that we have.
I got this hand, Ryan.
Yeah, I just know at the stacked up, it's like 8% of the time we have big bets or something like that. 10% of the time we can go large. And I think 3 Broadway boards or some of them, but I don't know. But let's go 2.7 and see what happens.
I definitely think we should be c-betting here.
You pull it
So
up
this
after?
board is better
looking
for
at
our
it.
range than his. He flatted from the big blind, and with his stack size, I would imagine he would just be shoving over our open with a lot of hands that connect with this board, like ace queen, ace jack. Even king 10 off might find a shove here. So I definitely think we should c-bet, considering I think that he is going to have bricked this a lot. Plus, we do have some backdoor equity, and we have a gut shot to
keep the
broad.
range as wide as possible. We have the king of spades, and then we just go 8 shits and use bigger sides on future streets.
Did you not click the answer?
I've been waiting for you, man.
Oh, I thought we were going to listen to Lexi first, so I was like halfway through the quiz and you were talking. So
yeah, I know. I
paused it.
was okay. Cool.
Sorry.
All right,
I got it.
27. I'm good.
To answer your question, we do have some big bets on the turn, about 27%.
Oh, I'm going now, Toe.
I definitely think we should be c-betting here. So this board is better for our range than his. He flatted from the big blind, and with his stack size, I would imagine he would just be shoving over our open with a lot of hands that connect with this board, like ace queen, ace jack. Even king 10 off might find a shove here. So I definitely think we should c-bet, considering I think that he is going to have bricked this a lot. Plus, we do have some backdoor equity, and we have a gut shot to Broadway. And we only have king high here. So I do think we should c-bet. A small sizing is good, 2,700 into 9K. He does make the call, and the turn is an ace. He checks.
All right, we're back to
What do you
that.
think we should do now? Check?
Hang on a sec.
Bet 7,500 or bet 12K.
All right, I'm caught up. Yeah. So the question about the big bets is we do have some big bets. We big bet with a bunch of our ace-x. A little bit of Jack 10-0, 8-9, 9-7, 8-7, 8-6 is our bluffs. But
Yeah, my
mostly
bad.
small betting.
My bad. I didn't know you had went. Sorry about the miscommunication, guys. Check. Over aggressive fish checking. Senor checking. Damn, everybody checking.
Checking on mine too.
Most always bet small on a paired board. So you're betting 7,500 here? Is that what you're saying? What up, Home Quizzle? Good looking out. Thank you for that follow. Much
Well, that's
appreciated.
funny. J Bill's tweeted about the
Gotcha.
quiz with JL and Kitty, and they both liked it.
Oh, that's funny. That's cool. She got his ass good too. That's a strong check call in the river too, man. It's not an easy.
Check called that shit all the way.
And she ISO 5X with ace 10. Was it
Against two
O?
limpers. Yeah.
Against two limpers with ace 10 O.
I do that.
Strong from the small.
Yeah, I do that.
Beast. What an ace beat. What ace X? I mean, I don't know. 7.5K, never 0%.
Machine Gun and Monkey May going 7.5.
7.5K for Crest. My problem here is I don't like the sizes, awkward SPs and Rs. Yeah, you'll have that on these big jobs. All right, cool. Let's keep it moving. We are, and Praying Gaming we're waiting. What are you doing here, my man? Shot clock. Boop, boop. He's check. Okay. Check over here.
Check for Bruce as well.
Check for
Bruce.
Oh, Bruce, not Bruce. I keep thinking it's Machine Gun, but no.
Machine Gun went 7.5.
Hell yeah, Machine Gun. Too. Yeah, Machine Gun go Machine Gun. We're not folding anything new here. So yeah, I think I probably still bet here. They don't have any Ace X, but we know they have a Queen X, Jack X. Are we gonna try to triple and make that fold? Our Ace X, the strongest portion of our range, would never cap, and we still need some bluffs here. Blocking King 10, them still having Jack X, Queen X, we can make indifferent and make fold. Still having equity, 7.5K bucket.
Kind of with you on all points.
Yep, I mean all of it. Just I don't want to cap my range here. When I know their range is slightly capped and I'm blocking King 10, and I think a large portion of their Ace X at 20 big blinds, especially a solid reg, the Ace X are gone. Like a lot of them are gone. So
yeah, we have all the Ace X.
Yeah, and we still like retain all the strongest hands in our range. I don't know if I want to cap my range versus this specific range, which is going to be Jack X, Queen X, and maybe even some of the weaker flush draws that don't want to check raise on such a wet board. So 7.5. You ready?
We're checking the game though. Let's find out.
Oh, he said
I think
check.
this is a spot where we could check back. The ace isn't a great card because, well, first of all, he can definitely have some lower aces, ace deuce, ace three, ace four, hands like that have now made trips. And I don't think we're going to get a queen to fold now if we do bet again, and maybe even a jack might call. So I do think we should check back. Hope we hit our 10 on the river here, which we don't. He bets 6,500 into 14,400. What do you think we should do? Fold, call, or raise all in?
You done capped yourself, son.
I boom out. I boom the fuck out once a session, whether it's poker, streaming. At some point, I'm gonna boom out misclick every single time. We bet, but Rainus really went to check. But we know what you got here. Are you folding? What are we doing now? Fold, snap, fold.
But he's capped.
Now. Fuck.
Run away. Everybody
All in. Papega.
Everybody folding.
Papega. It's either fold or rip, never ever calling. So what are you doing here, my man? Praying game. Player dependent over aggressive fish stats. I'm still waiting on our end. Everybody really folding, and I feel like anybody that's jamming is kind of trolling, but I don't know. He's in the tank. Beep, beep.
Machine gun jammed.
Machine gun jammed? Hell yeah, machine gun jammed. Call 9-0. So you're calling. Okay. We're calling with King High here. I am not doing that.
No.
Ever.
You can't call.
See, 9-10 got there as well. I don't know. Give me
you just
out.
don't beat anything.
Yeah, get me the fuck out of here. Blasted, his bet is so small. He's supposed to go small. We're capped. He's targeting fucking air.
Now, if you're trying to say jam because you want to get a queen or a jack to fold, that's one thing. We can't chat. We can't call though.
Solid reg. All right. Oh no, wait a minute. Praying gaming is. I'm still waiting for you. I almost clicked call, man. My bad. Come on, bro. I'm gonna fold this. He out of here. Well played. Give me out. I think I'm out of here too. As played. But deep in my bones, I'm saying rip it. We can't fold 100% here versus a solid reg, so you shouldn't cap yourself on a turn. All right, Toe, you ready? We are folding. All right, let's do it. I mean, I'm out of here, I think, as well. Yep. You out of here?
Fuck yeah. You play
right,
this
peace.
way. Yeah.
Fold.
All right, so I'm sure a lot of you guys said fold, which it's definitely not bad to fold this spot. But I wound up making the hero call here. So the reason for this, and we did wind up winning. He had 10-7 of spades. So my thinking here is, like I had said earlier, a lot of the hands that he has in his range that connect with this board are going to be shoving pre-flop. So like I said, ace king, ace queen, maybe ace jack, maybe even a hand like king queen and king 10 off might be shoving. So I think that if he certainly could have an ace. He certainly could have a low ace, like I said, like ace deuce through maybe ace 8. So he could have an ace. He could have river to full house here, eights full, or aces full eights. But I do think that he is gonna bluff this river at some frequency. I think that because he is the big blind,
she broke
he
pile.
can
This
have a
shit
lot
ain't
of
a pile.
suited combos like he does here, the
I'll go
10-7
run it.
suited.
I got it.
We block king 10, which I do like. It's always nice to have blockers to the netted portion of their range. And I don't think he's going to be value betting a queen or a jack on this river here. Queens, I think if he flopped a set of queens or a set of jacks,
He doesn't have
might
those.
play it this way. He might have slow played it, but I
Ever.
also think that he is going to be 3-betting that pre-flop at
Yes,
some frequency too.
100%.
So I don't know. It's kind of a light hero call. Glad that we did end up making it. We definitely are going to be beat sometimes, but
Most of the time.
I don't know. I just didn't. I mean, we block king queen, so that king queen is definitely a hand that he could be value betting the river here. But we block that, and queen jack might have check raised the flop when we c bet. So I don't know. I think it's close, but we did wind up making the call, and it was correct. So if this was like a nittier player or an unknown, I probably wouldn't make this call that often. But because I knew that this player was solid and capable of bluffing the river in this spot, I decided to go with it. So, all right. I hope you guys enjoyed this quiz, and I will see you on the next one.
So what she said there at the end is like the most important takeaway of all of it. She just knows this opponent is just going to over bluff. But at the same, there's still a ton of value hands. You're just going to be
Ton of value hands.
You're going to make this call and just be wrecked way more than you win. But you'll be right versus
way more.
Yeah, you're going to get owned in this spot.
Sorry, I'm just being your hype man.
man. But
I'm behind you saying, "Yeah, boy!" Like,
yeah, play both.
yeah, she broke pile. It's a full frequency bet big on the turn and a full frequency fold as played.
Yeah, you gotta bet the turn. Why in 1 million years would I cap my range here with this blocking? I would never cap my range with this.
No.
There's some other hands you want to get to just showdown. You really don't want to get check raised off. You have to bet this.
Yep.
You
Full
have
frequency.
to bet this on turn. You have to. It's
Full
dog shit.
frequency size up on the turn.
Please don't
It's in
check
pile.
this turn
I'm
with
looking
this.
at it. Full frequency.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
It's also full frequency fold on the river.
Once you cap your range, you can't
done.
bluff catch this.
Still got all
You're
the
done.
queens, all the jacks.
Do
all
not
the
cap
aces.
your range. Full frequency bet on turn, and if you do check, you're dead.
Yep.
You're just trying to get the showdown with it.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I feel better. We have a 32.
Eat this! Bruce got wrecked on the pre-flop. 30
Oh,
points
got
for
me
Bruce.
a dub. Let's get you on. I broke out the old full tilt shirt today.
I feel like I should wear my full tilt shirt.
You know what's funny? When I go play live, like the MSPTs and HPTs in Cleveland, I'm gonna see 25 of these fucking shirts in the room.
Really?
Yeah, it's the craziest shit in the world. I
It's
was
funny
like,
'cause
how the fuck are so many people just rocking this old ass poker shit?
when we were talking before, like I have a full tilt t-shirt and a full tilt jersey, and I never wear them. I'm like scared to wear them in public, but
Yeah, I'm
these
wearing
guys
it here.
Don't give a fuck.
They do not, bro. I swear, I was like thinking that's crazy. We have time for one more.
One
We'll do
more.
one more. Yep. So we'll get back here. You grief the turn. Please. Hey, what's up, Reginald? Brian motherfucking Banks. I want to speak to a manager, he says.
Don't speak to me.
Keyword tell you want to end it. Dog jelly. Yes. Dog jelly. Should have did Eagle Claw. That's fine. Dog jelly. I wouldn't have found
If we did
myself
Eagle
in a
Claw, we'd have to find an
situation-
Eagle Claw quiz.
Yeah, that's a good ass idea.
Except who's to make a quiz with that shitty hand?
Hey, watch your goddamn mouth around these parts. You're talking to one of the founding members. Now you got me looking for Eagle Claw.
I wonder if you can
All right.
search for it.
Just type 7-4. Nah. Oh, piss. It ain't there. And did quiz 74 comes up. All right, let's see what else we have. We didn't miss any for Roz. We don't have any Affleck. We did a Lexi one.
Looks like JL is the only option.
Let me see. I know I need to eat something I've been eating today.
I was up super early.
Yeah, 1588.
5:45 on a Saturday. What the fuck?
Hell no. All right, I got you, my dude. Do the 8s. Yeah, we'll play pocket 8s. I think that'll be a good one.
1588.
Yep, another 5K tournament. I wonder if it's going to be the same one he played with a kitty there. So I'm ready to roll when you are. Dog Jelly in the chat if you're interested in joining or getting in there. What's up,
How
Helen
does
Killers?
fucking Ryan always win twice?
What?
Every time he wins twice. He won twice last
It's
week.
weird.
He won
broke the
twice
fuck-
this week.
Yeah. How good are you running? What the fuck?
Crazy. Patty Jean, we got a new one. Welcome, Patty.
Welcome, Patty.
Why was I up at 5:45?
know,
I have a stomach disease and it woke me up at 5:45. It's a time to wake up.
Wake your ass up. Peanut Blush. Good to see you, buddy. You know the deal. One of the finest in the mafia. Okay, 1588. It's the last one. And good luck, everybody. And I'm ready when you are.
Patty, if you don't know what's happening here,
go ahead.
let me know which one you would go with, and we'll pick your answer. If you get a higher score than the person in 6th stream, you get $5.
0%
Let's
chance,
do it.
Sorry. Let's do it.
Here we have pocket 8s in a $5,000 buy-in tournament. Hijack, splashy player raises to 500. We have pocket 8s in the cutoff. Should we fold, call, re-raise to 1,400, or re-raise to 2,400?
Deep as all hell. What are we doing?
24-14, call or fold ski. We're now jamming 400 big blinds effective. All win.
First 3 people to reply, we got all 3 answers.
I love when I see that. Anyone playing the 5 mil guarantee 150 freeze out on GG tomorrow. Sheesh! What? A 5 mil 150? Is it a 1 day? Ain't no fucking way.
Yeah,
Peanut Flush is calling.
Ron was talking about that yesterday when I brought up the million that started about half an
My
hour.
goodness, that's a big ass number for a 150. That's gonna change. That's gonna be life changing, man. Fuck. 14. Peanut is calling for. I see everything. Butt folds. I seen 2.4K. I think that's a little large. 33,000 entries. God damn. It's a 2-day and it's overlay guaranteed. They're promoting. Yeah, there's no way to cover 0%. 400 BB easily 24. Okay, cool. Peanut is just overcalling. Set money.
Pat is going 1,400.
I think if you looked at it, it probably mixes between mixing frequencies with 8s, 9s, and 10s between calling and 3-betting. I would never use the gigantic size. I think when you use that size, you still have this many people behind, you really don't want to bloat the pot with this hand that big, in my opinion. And then condense their rangers and then make them fold out. I don't know. 2.4K just feels like it's way too big. I'd probably be 3-betting 14 at some frequency, but mostly calling.
I actually would be mostly 3-betting, but definitely going the smaller.
Yeah.
The smaller amount, this deep, 50-50 mix on the chart.
Yeah, it's 50-50 between 3-betting and calling. So I think both are viable. I probably overcall it a little bit too much, but I could see going 14. If you got tougher players behind and they're going to squeeze when you call, you want to 3-bet more if you have better players behind, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Especially versus a splashy player to get him heads up and not get squeezed by one of the good players behind. And seeing there's a splashy player behind and a kid, probably want to 3-bet and get a heads up to 14 a little bit more now. All right, we're calling though.
We're going 14. That's what Patty's doing. Let's do it.
Let me double check and make sure I'm not griefing it. Wait a minute, did you tag me? Oh, you know
spot
better.
sixes doesn't spaz out? Say it ain't so.
The what?
A spot that sixes doesn't spaz out? Say it ain't so.
I don't spaz out. I just take the aggressive line. A lot. All right. I can't remember what you were doing, Peanut Flush. My chat's fucking griefing. Type in chat. What are you doing? I can't remember. Oh, you're calling. Let's do it. I'm sorry.
All right, let's find out.
Pocket eights are great. We're going to play it every time. Only question is 3-bet or call. I think both plays are viable. I typically call these small and medium pairs the majority of the time. As the pair gets bigger and bigger, I 3-bet a little bit more often. Given we're against a splashy player, I would probably 3-bet a little bit more often than I normally would, to about 1,400 or so. You can go either way. I don't think it's that big of a deal if you call or 3-bet in the spot.
Full sit.
You decide to call, big blind, splashy, overvalue player calls. All right. 9-6-2. Check to me. We have the under pair. Backdoor flush draw. Backdoor straight draw. Should we check? Bet 600. Bet 1,200. Or bet 1,800.
I use the 200 chart for this, Monkey Man, and the cash game charts.
600 BQ BBQ. What's up, man? It's been a while. Welcome back. 1,200. Keto Man 1.2.
Couple of 12s, couple of 6s right away in my chat.
12. This is fucking interesting, man. 12. Better 2, 3. Splashy Goons. Peanut Flesh is going 12 here. 2/3 versus Splashies. Yeah.
Matt betting on size. Jackson going super big. Pot.
Woo. Man, I can't believe I'm still a fish. You'll have that, man. Me too. I'm still a fucking fish too. Monkey
Man already has the whole quiz. Bet check
12. Cool. So 1,200 for Peanut Flush.
Patty hasn't come through yet.
I'll wait. Fish on a heater. That was a very good player. Very good player. I remember that screen name. How do you decide between 12 and 1,800? We're still waiting for Patty on the other end.
Patty, what you doing?
Shot clock him. Oh, it's a new player person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be too hard. The regs know the deal. You bank when you're a reg.
What you doing, Patty?
Pot, then shove the turn for 360 bigs or something.
10-second shot clock, Patty.
Yep. Four, 3, 2, 1. Pick something for them. They lost.
All right. So betting small in the backseat here. 600.
600's got to be the bet. I think in these spots, like, we're still not certain if we have the best hand. The player in the middle should be checking some very strong value hands. I mean, mixing some checks with some strong value hands because naturally they don't have a ton of offsuit 9x and things like that. So mixing some checks with like ace king suited with 2 overs and a flush draw, over pairs and things like that. This player is just always going to check his 9x. I think our objective here is just to fold out hands with equity against us, like 2 over cards and stuff like that we can just get folds from by going 600 and high cards. And we're not going to fold out anything better than us right now. So I just would go 600 because there's certainly ranges of hands that beat us and that aren't folding. And going 12 and 800 don't accomplish anything that 600 doesn't. So yes. 600 for me.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's do it.
I mean, why? I mean, 1,800. What the fuck are we going to do?
Oh, yeah. Someone said 1,800. Jackson said 800. We don't have a pot size bet multi-way. Like, your big bet
Nah. Like in the solvers.
Max.
In the solver, in the back seat, when it goes check, and we've called a lot, one thing you'll see quite frequently is it uses the 30%, 33% sizing most frequently. It does. I mean, there will be a seldomly.
When you do size up to it, max is at 60%.
Yeah, to it max is 60%, but mostly it's going to use like hands like this where we're in between. It's like a marginal made hand. It's going to use the small size for like equity denial and a little protection. Not so much for a value because we could be value owning ourselves. Long rant to hopefully help you guys get better. But let's go ahead and go 12 because that's what Peanut's doing. And I'm sure they're going to say 12 here because I went through all that. You ready?
This is a cool spot because we
did say 12.
Probably have the best hands. I mean, obviously, big blind could have their entire range, but
you're wrong.
Sometimes big blind
you are wrong.
Best hands. And you got to presume the hijack would have bet with most of their best hands. So hijack's pretty much done with his hand.
I promise.
Imagine.
Run
so
hand.
we're playing heads up against the big blind.
All right.
And
it's a 3-way though.
We have a hand that is probably good, but very vulnerable to being outdrawn. So if this was a heads up pot, I'd be way more inclined just to let it go check. But against 2 opponents who very easily could have random overcards, I think we probably want to throw out a 2/3-ish pot size bet. We could probably go a little bit smaller. I don't particularly love 600 because then we're just giving our opponents really good odds to call. And I don't like bigger like 1,800 because then we're mostly going to get action from decent draws and 9s and maybe some 6s, which is not particularly great.
Here.
So I like 1,200 in this spot. Certainly you can check though. Like if you can look and tell the big blind likes this flop, I would definitely just check.
750. I like that better.
Showdown.
Sure.
I'm gonna go 1,200 here, and now we get check raised.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of annoying. So he goes 3,400. Hijack folds. Should we fold? Call. Re-raise to 7,200, or go all in?
Rage it out. Here we go. I don't know. I mean, maybe 600's a hair too small. Maybe it's 40%, like 720, 750. I'm definitely not going 12 ever.
No. All right.
So it's like way too big. 12 has to be too big, right, Toe? Am I insane?
No, I think it's too big.
I mean, as many fucking 3-way sims as I've looked at, there's no way we're ever
using
a
a flush draw ahead of you right now. Like,
yeah. Like those hands that are getting 4-1 are continuing regardless.
Yeah.
They're not folding out anything additional by going that much bigger, bro.
Yeah.
So this is interesting. Call for the backdoor equity. Call with the 8 of hearts. Call. 6 gives 4-1. Open all straight flush or get
Everyone calling except for Honored, who's
12
all
gives
in.
3-1. All that shit still staying, my friend.
Only friends found a fold.
Nifty fold, he says. BQ. Easy call against splashy and overvalued player. Call. Fuck me. Fuck, mate. Peanuts calling.
I would be folding myself. I just don't think
Nope.
people bluff here nearly as much.
He gave you the note, though. The quiz would be over.
That's okay.
I know. I'm calling.
I mean, he already griefed it on the. He already griefed it on the flop bet. I mean, it's all right.
Let's compound that mistake, baby. Never give up.
I mean,
team,
you sized
never
up here
give up.
and got raised. What? There's a. Yeah, what
I think
else?
we would snap.
Even if he's got like random overs, Jack 10 of hearts, he's ahead of you right now, slightly ahead.
Yeah, I think we have to call. Unfortunately, you're not loving this, but you're getting over 3-1, so you have to call with the 8 of hearts and turning this deep as well. Doesn't fucking. I'm just never ever folding, so we have to call. With the 8 of hearts, I would fold.
I just realized
the 8
I
of
said I
hearts.
would run this, and this is a fucking 100 blind three-way pot. So
No, you're not.
it's probably not getting ran.
Don't do it. Yeah, just don't even try it.
Maybe I'll run it at
And
80. All right,
we have to
I would
call.
fold, so I'm gonna click fold since I'm the one.
I'm gonna
You're
click.
playing against me now.
All right, yo, beat his ass, Peanut. All right, we're calling.
All right, we got griefed on the turn flop. You might win this.
We're never folding. Let's do it.
So here we have an incredibly player-dependent
Ever.
spot, and you know your play here is going to depend
Versus
wildly
Splashy.
on
Even against the guy who overvalues.
what your opponent is actually.
overvaluing
If
a
your
6.
opponent's just absurd and they're check raising
said
like
splashy
any pair,
overvalue.
happy to get it in.
He's overvaluing a 6. What's the
You probably
overvaluing?
just want to shove and get called by a whole bunch of 6-5 and ace-2 type hands, right? If your opponent's only check raising the nuts, like 6 and 2 pair, obviously you just fold. So you can see that your strategy here is very player dependent. In general, though, you can't go around betting decent pairs and folding to a check raise on a draw heavy board. It is a little bit annoying that we have the 8 of hearts in our hand because obviously we want our opponent to have random flush draws. Whenever we have the 8 in our hand, or the 8 of hearts in our hand and pocket 8s blocking 8-7, it means our opponent's more likely to have a made hand, and the made hands here are 9s, and we obviously lose to those. So this is not the greatest bluff catcher at all. But if you are very sure your opponent's range is too wide, then you got to stick around. I think calling's fine. I don't hate calling. Obviously, there are a ton of bad turns, but quite often the opponent's just going to check on the turn and give up, or the turn's going to be a blank, and we can stick around reasonably if we think our opponent's range is too wide. I don't really like re-raising on the flop, because if we re-raise or shove the flop, the opponent's just going to call off with all their good draws and all their good made hands, and we're going to be close to dead. So I think the play here is to call, but if you told me you wanted to fold because you think the opponent is way too weak, I think that's fine. But against someone who's labeled as splashy / overvalues, I'm definitely not folding. I think folding would be too weak. All right, turns of 5 giving us a gut shot. And our opponent bets 4,700.
Here we go.
Should we fold, call, raise to 10,000, or go all in?
Now what? They go a little bit more than half pot. We pick up equity. They keep betting. Feels bad, mans.
He wasn't check raising
Oh.
the flop and checking turn.
Yeah, he didn't check raise check. He actually followed through. Peanut flush folding. Call for Keto. Call for Cress. Oasis is calling.
Handful of calls, no folds.
What are we doing?
We just got more equity, yes, but that's 6
He's
outs.
giving us
We're drawing to 6
3-1.
outs.
My back.
6 outs, and we don't know if the 7 of hearts is clean.
Peanut flush says fold.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he folds. We
I
fold.
mean,
we,
I would
we
have folded.
folded.
I'm folding here for sure too. We didn't pick up.
You
enough
folding here
equity.
for sure?
I mean, I folded the flop. Definitely folding here, but I think JL is going to call.
Yeah, I'm never folding. You picked up equity. We're not allowed to. You called to pick up equity, then to fold. Nah, get me out.
I didn't call to pick up equity.
But you also think like, well, another thing we take into consideration, there are still some hard draws to miss, and we picked up equity.
Right.
I mean,
Which means that your 7 of hearts may
3
or
to
may
1.
not be clean.
Yeah, but we're not trying to improve.
And so now you're drawing to 5 outs.
But we're not drawing to anything. We just could have the best hands. The way I see it.
Sometimes.
We're getting 3 to, yeah, sometimes. It's enough at a time when we're getting 3 to 1 in position. Hearts missed. Like, and we picked up equity, never folding. Never jamming. Felice says all the fucking in. Beast moves.
Never jam.
Beast moves.
Just always getting picked off.
Holy shit, I'm actually scared to play pots against you now after you said you're going to do that. I'm kind of shook. Just I'm going to bet turn in the check raise pot and just get yammed on by 8s. Jeez. Folds. Jellyfish says, couple calls and a couple folds more. We're weeding them out, guys. Sticky Spewy crew, let's go. We're weeding them out. One of us. All right, cool. We are folding because that's what Peanut's doing. And
Patty keeps getting booted. She said she would never be folding. I think it's a she. It might be a he. Patty Jean. They are never folding. So I'm going to go with call here because they're back.
Okay. All right. And we're going to fold here as well. So maybe they catch up. Let's do it.
Like when we're facing the flop check raise, our range, or our strategy is going to depend a lot on what our opponent's doing. What is our opponent doing? I don't know. Like in reality, in these spots, if a student was to submit this hand history to me with a read of my opponent splashing over values a lot, what would I say? I'd be like, well, if you're confident in your read, don't fold, right? And if you're not confident in your read, just probably fold at this point. That said, if you're folding at this point on a kind of blank turn, especially when we block the nuts,
this is a 5K on.
Probably shouldn't have found yourself here to begin with, right? Should have just folded to the flop check raise. So once we find ourselves here, it's kind of an interesting spot because we have to ask, will the opponent play a hand like King 9 like this, but then fold it if we rip it all in? Can we bluff with our pocket 8s because we have 2 blockers, right? We have 2 blockers to the straight, which I do think is...
They have too much money in there.
Clearly going to be a concern for our opponent because I would call a pre-flop raise with 8-7. I would bet the flop with 8-7. I'd call a flop check raise with 8-7. And here I'd be here with the nuts, right? So I think, as nasty as it is, the right play in this scenario is to shove it all in as a bluff. And you may say, would you actually do this with 8-7? And I think I would a decent chunk of the time, because when I have 8-7, the opponent's very likely to have either a heart flush draw, which I don't want to give a free river, or a 2-pair or a set, which is obviously going to have to call it off. Now, if you think your opponent's going to be in this spot, from an exploitative point of view I'm talking about, if you think they're going to have a whole lot of 9x or hands like... Well, I guess 9x is the main hand I'm targeting with a raise. If I think they'll fold 9x to a raise, I love a raise. If you think they're never going to fold 9x to a raise, like you just give them king 9, they're going to check raise flop, bet turn, and call a turn jam. If they're going to do that, then obviously shove is terrible.
Is an overvalued guy going to call with king 9?
Probably just fold here, because if you know your opponent has a whole lot of 9x in their range and they're just not folding
half of his stack is in there,
even for all the money, then even though you know your opponent's range is wider than normal, it's wider with the part of their range you don't really want them to have, right? You don't want them to have more made hands that beat you, like 9x. So in that scenario, you should be more inclined to fold. So as you can see, really you can go any direction here. I think calling's okay. If you told me you wanted to call turn and then fold to a river bet, I guess that's not the end of the world. But against someone who's overly splashy and perhaps overly aggressive, in that spot, they're going to barrel the river a lot of the time, a lot of their heart draws and force you to fold, and then you're kind of playing right into their game where they just get a lot of value from your marginal hand. So definitely a dicey spot. I think the play is to either fold or to shove, depending on how you think your opponent's going to play a 9 in the spot. And I do think in main events, WPT tournaments or World Series circuit tournaments or the biggest tournament in your local casino each month, I think a lot of people are a little bit inclined to try to conserve their stack. So that's going to make me a little bit more inclined to bluff in this spot. Definitely a cool spot, though, right? Where really all of our options are available. I do shove. Opponent calls. It's not good for me. Oh, also, the nice thing here is that whenever we do shove, sometimes they're going to call off with worse hands, right? Like if you give them ace-7 of hearts, they're probably going to call it off, and they're going to be behind, right? If they have a hand like 6-3, maybe they decide to call it off because they put us on a flush draw, right? Also, whenever we shove, sometimes they're going to fold out hands with plenty of equity, which is also very good. For
man,
me.
I
So
love you,
I do
JL.
think we're going to get them
All
off
my
of
heart.
some of the like bare nines, like king nine. Combo draws are going to have to call, and we're ahead of those. So, and then sometimes when we are against the made hand, like pocket sixes, we're going to spike one of our outs, right? We have 5 outs, right, at the end of the day. Well, 6 outs. Sorry, I can't count. We have 6 outs against a hand like pocket sixes. So even then, it's not like our hand
Imagine a
is just
life where
totally
you're counting
dead.
those 6 outs.
The more I think about this, I think a shove is actually really
It's got
good.
a 5K.
We do
Yeah,
get called by 9
5K.
since we lose. So
Yes,
all of this
punt.
is saying I don't mind my play. I like
Yes,
it. I know it
punt.
looks a little bit out of line, but I think given everything we have
Completely
here,
out of
I
line.
think this hand played out well enough for us.
I mean, read the fucking room, right? Like, check raise multi-way, always strong. If he's got 2 overs in a
And then
flush draw,
follows
he's slightly
through.
ahead, right? Then he follows through on the turn, still super fucking strong.
And
And
we
instead
jam it
of
in his
calling to
face.
realize you're 4 outs or 6 outs or whatever the fuck, you just rip it for 300 pigs. Get the fuck out of here. And don't get me wrong, I like JL. I
love it.
actually think we have similar game styles, and I think he's solid overall. But this hand is some bullshit.
You jam that turn in a multi-way check raise pot. You are going to run into this at least. You're going to run into like this, something like this, or a combo draw every time, or just be stone dead. He check raised multi-way and followed through, and we still put it in his face.
With the underpairing. The fuck?
Oh, I love
And
you, JL.
7-8 even got there on the
Balls.
turn. Like, get the fuck.
Yeah, 7-8. Yeah, we're blocking it, but it still got there, and it's not in our range that much. But yeah, beast, dude. We have a 38.
Oh, we got wrecked on this one. You got us.
Hey,
We were right every step of the way. Nailed this guy's rage.
That
And
was
got wrecked in points.
bro. That literally made me cry a little bit. I didn't think he would do this shit in game. He fucking jammed this in the 5K over top in the. What a sap! Damn, dude, these cats are too
And then he
rich.
said, like, isn't the guy calling? You don't want to do this to the guy who's calling well as 9x or splashing in overvalues. That overvalue tag means he's gonna call with his 9x. Like, you have flush draw.
We all make mistakes. JL just brings us some entertainment. I love this hand. Oh man, that's too funny. Well, yeah, that's gonna do it, man. We started it damn near on time, and we went the full 2 hours.
Look at this. We're like adults.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Who loves this shit more? God damn, we're the best.
Bitcoin
at
must have
this.
been pumping that day. Seriously.
Bitcoin was pumping. ETH was on fire.
He was on fire.
Shit. All right, guys. Thank you for the support. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the poker coaching Discord link in the chat. Really love hanging out with you guys. This week, if you do hop in the Discord, we're gonna do a hand history review. I'm telling you guys, so I put in the work and go through all the hands. So we're gonna do a hand history review this Thursday at noon Eastern in the poker coaching Q&A. We're also going to be just hanging out all week there. So make sure to give my man GodsBigToe a follow, guys. Make sure to give Toe a follow. He's been fucking crushing it. And here's a link to Explanation Point PC if you enjoy the quizzes and everything. And my man Toe, thank you. It was always a pleasure. Any final words before we get the fuck out of here?
Yeah, all the links are in there for you guys. If you like this one, you'd love to see anyone you've ever done in the past or some of the ones we've had with guests, exclamation point YouTube, any of the chat. There's a link for you for that. Otherwise, you got them all. The caster command, the PC command, the Discord command. It's all good. Who do you want to throw it to? I was thinking maybe Rodney just as a
Quick question now. Let's throw it. Rod. I'm not gonna say it. Yeah, let's go ahead. Who else?
somewhere different. Is he playing poker? He is.
I know, but none of those cats, man. I don't know. I haven't heard from any of those kind of cats in years, so it's hard.
All right.
I wanna
You want to
support the
throw it
people.
to?
I don't see a
Rodney.
goddamn soul out
You want to
there.
throw it to blind
Rodney.
guy?
What's the blind guy's screen name?
Blind guy.
Is it just blind guy?
789. Blind guy 789. He's
Yeah,
completely
let's,
blind, has a person sitting next to him. He multi-tables, and the guy next to him tells him his hand on each table, and he keeps that shit in his mind. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking post up and try to sweat it a little bit. Trip Hop, thank you. Toe Army, thank you guys for the support, man. I love you guys, and the Mafia, you already know. We'll see what happens with tomorrow, man. I might come back and play majors and shit on stream, but we'll see. Otherwise, we're going to raid Blind Guy. Thank you guys for the support. We are out of here. And enjoy your weekend. Good luck if you're grinding.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I threw out the raid. I'm going to end it here in 2 seconds. Take care,
Later.
guys. Peace.